Coming up next on Win News, the future of aged care comes to Canberra. A new edition unveiled at the Portrait Gallery, and the cavalry puts a renegade star to the test.
Across Canberra and its surrounding regions, this is Win News.
Tonight, flights between Canberra and Wellington axed in a major airline shake-up. A spectacular lightning show as thunderstorms rattle the capital. And could driverless cars change the way we care for older Australians? Good evening, I'm Geoff Phillips. Also coming up tonight, an emotional day for Rosie Batty at the National Portrait Gallery. A major blow for the ACT economy today, with Singapore Airlines announcing it's pulling the pin on flights between Canberra and Wellington. Low passenger numbers are being blamed for the decision, but the Barr government is confident it will be able to attract a new airline to the route.
As crew and passengers prepared to board a flight to Wellington, Singapore Airlines dropped a bombshell. It's axing the service from May.
We developed the routing of our flights based on customer feedback.
A contractor has fallen to his death in a disturbing workplace accident near Crookwell. The man was working on a communications tower along Red Ground Road when he fell around 10 metres this morning. Police say paramedics tried to revive him, but he died at the scene. They're now investigating alongside SafeWork New South Wales. Two men are on the run tonight after robbing a Tuggeranong club while armed. The pair stormed the Vikings club in the town centre, brandishing a taser, an axe and a gun. They forced staff into a rear office where they stole cash before fleeing. The robbery occurred on Saturday morning, but police have only just revealed details to the public. Canberra storm chasers were treated to a spectacular show last night as thunderstorms rolled from the Brindabellas into Canberra. As lightning lit up the sky, locals watched on in awe, with photographers swarming to capture the scenes.
A storm for the ages, photographers flocking for that perfect picture.
The future of aged care is coming to Canberra, with a driverless car to transport residents within Canberra waters. The federal government today used the technology to launch a new $400,000 program aimed at driving innovation across the industry.
It's not quite Knight Rider's kit, but technology like this driverless car is arguably the future of aged care.
New data reveals the 2017 same-sex marriage survey impacted Australians more than any other event in their lifetime. More than 2,000 people from around the country contributed to the Social Research Centre survey with some interesting findings.
From the World Wide Web to the Port Arthur massacre, Australians have had their say on what's shaped our nation.
A short break, then what moved anti-violence campaigner Rosie Batty to tears at the National Portrait Gallery. A part of Australian manufacturing history goes on show at the National Museum. Anti-family violence campaigner Rosie Batty has been moved to tears as the National Portrait Gallery unveiled her newly commissioned portrait. The former Australian of the Year, whose son was killed by his father in 2014, said the work puts her journey into perspective.
Rosie Batty, mother, author, campaigner, Australian of the Year, and now portrait subject.
Australia may no longer make cars, but its proud history of manufacturing has been immortalised in a new exhibition at the National Museum. It has acquired one of the last vehicles to roll off the Holden production line in Adelaide in an effort to preserve the memories for future generations.
It was only built 3 months ago, but already this Holden Calais holds such significance that it's pulled up in a museum. A four-door sedan giving current generations a chance to reflect on an industry lost and future Australians a glimpse into our automotive past.
Sport is next with Melissa, and early showers didn't put a dampener on today's WBBL match.
It didn't, Geoff. Play got underway as scheduled, and we will bring you all the highlights next. Plus, Renegades all-rounder Jack Wildermuth tries his hand at baseball ahead of tonight's BBL clash at Manuka.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Back to school made easy.
Sydney Thunder has shown why it's one of the top teams in the Women's Big Bash League, thrashing the Melbourne Renegades by 4 wickets in this afternoon's clash at Manuka Oval. The Thunder won the toss and sent the Renegades into bat, with Renee Farrell striking in the first over. One Melbourne Renegades player had a unique warm-up for tonight's game, heading to Narrabundah to try his hand at baseball. While Jack Wildermuth has a first-class century under his belt, he found the going a little tougher against cavalry pitcher Lake Bakar.
He does the job with both bat and ball for the Melbourne Renegades in the BBL. But today, Jack Wildermuth stepped out of his comfort zone, swapping his cricket gear for a baseball bat. Centre court at the Canberra Tennis Centre has undergone a massive transformation ahead of next month's Fed Cup tie between Australia and Ukraine. Tennis ACT happy with how the new look court is coming along, just 2.5 weeks out from the event. From hard court to grass in just a week and a half. Centre court at the Canberra Tennis Centre was unrecognisable this morning as preparations ramp up for next month's Fed Cup tie. And that is our midweek sport, Geoff.
And I will see you tomorrow.
Certainly will.
OK, Tanya joins us with the weather, and as we heard earlier, quite the light show over Canberra last night.
That's right, Geoff. There were storms in the evening and again overnight, with many residents woken by the thunder in the early hours of this morning. I'll bring you the forecast next.
This weather update, proudly brought to you by the new Toyota Prado. Luxury that goes anywhere.
Hello again. If you found it more difficult to sleep last night, it could be because minimum temperatures sat well above average. Lyndon captured this fabulous shot of a lightning strike over Canberra overnight. If you've taken a weather photo you'd like to see up on screen, you can email it through to weather@wintv.com.au. Let's have a look at the details from today. A low of 24 Ulladulla. It topped out at 25 degrees today. There was a bit of drizzle about. A low of 19 at Bega. It saw a top of 29 as well, and 26 the high for Merimbula. Winds gusted to 52 kilometres an hour at Cooma and 93 kilometres an hour at Thredbo today, which topped out at just 19 degrees, 29 the high for Jindabyne. A low of 18 at Braidwood. It saw a top of 26 and the mercury stretched to 27 at Goulburn. Taking a look at the rainfall in the 24 hours to 9 a.m, Queanbeyan River picked up 22 millimetres with 7 into the gauge at Canberra. On the satellite, a high pressure system over the Tasman Sea extends a ridge toward the northern New South Wales coast, while a broad trough of low pressure stretches from central Australia into the state's west. On the synoptic, temperatures will remain very warm in most districts over the next few days, with humidity building as tropical air is dragged down from the north. Taking a look at the forecast for the south coast, overcast with possible showers and the chance of storms, dropping to 19 overnight at Bega, heading for a top of 26 throughout the day tomorrow, 28 the forecast high for Moruya. Further inland for the Snowy Mountains, there is a high chance of showers later in the day, as well as the chance of a storm. Bombala topping out at 29, 20 the forecast high for Thredbo. The chance of storms for the ACT as well, a medium chance of showers most likely to fall in the afternoon and evening. Bungendore slipping to 19, heading for a top of 33 throughout the day tomorrow, and a warm 35 degrees for Yass. For Canberra, a shower or two and a possible storm, topping out at 33. And taking a look at Canberra's temperatures for the week ahead, remaining warm for the next few days. There is the chance of some more unsettled weather between now and Sunday, when things should clear up, but the chance of showers returns on Tuesday, so a bit of a mix ahead, Geoff.
Looks that way, Tanya. Thank you. And that is Win News for Wednesday the 24th of January. I'm Geoff Phillips. The project is next, followed by the Big Bash from Manuka. Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.